Plankonians, welcome to another tour video on my channel. My name is Ray, and today I'll get to show you what's in this Toluca Lake park that I made like 3 months ago maybe. And well, sit back and enjoy please. Once more, this environment that I use is the Alpine because I just like this terrain option that we have. And well, the beginning is this. All this section here was actually the main entrance back then. There was a huge building over here, but then I decided to take this building out because it was quite large, and I rather to have all this sitting area where people actually can just come here, sit, and enjoy the view of the park. Can you see this? This gorgeous view. All right. So, and then over here is the ATM sections and a little entrance, small entrance, very small but very functional. And all over here, what I try to make here on the first or main avenue is like a small village. This first house was called the Mighty Rabbit, and this is actually a restaurant plus an ATM. Actually, this is the first ATM that was placed in here, and a little garden where people can just have and relax, you know, with some flowers and some bushes over there. All right, so the next building is actually for bathrooms or restrooms. I'm not sure how you call this in your own country. And well, I just created this because I wanted to keep this village you know, order. So why not just getting a building for the bathrooms with a nice garden over here. The next building over here is actually a shop but also the entrance and the exit of a ride that is on the back. This ride is a transport ride called the Skies, and as you can see here, I placed a roof on top of this station because I wanted to have it, you know, connected with the main building, and actually has the same roof. And also over here I added other details such as this custom supports, you know. I believe that the more details you add to your creations, it will get more not just realistic, but it will be more believable to yourselves. So I just went a little bit curious about having a roof on top of this station, and I like the results. So yeah. Anyway, so let's just move on to the next building. But before, well, there's a small garden over here. As you can see, I like a lot the gardens, the flowers, the green life. This building is actually empty. This is just like an empty shell to cover the entrance or the queue line for the first ride that we have here. And this ride is also having a well, it's not a building, it's like more like a facade or facade. I'm not sure how to pronounce this correctly. And yeah, I just made this to cover the outside view, and I think that it works, right? So you have this entrance, then the exit, and another little garden over here. So moving on, the next building is right here, and for this it's actually an indoor ride, and I really enjoyed using these walls because I noticed that when you are on the inside, well, the guests are in the inside, there is a lot of light coming from the exterior. So those are very nice and useful walls. So I think I'm going to use this in the future. And also little Like, what is this? Square? Plaza? Or because it's not a garden, right? Just for some benches. But it's used for people that also are a little bit tired. And also in all of the edge of this main street or main avenue, there are a lot of benches, because it's quite large, this one, and I know that people get tired of just walking around. So the next attraction here is this carousel. What I try to make in here is to combine the old grid walls with the modern wooden walls, or in this case an arc. And I think it works, right? So this carousel is like a very private ride, but in the back it has this gorgeous open view to the wild nature, you know. So I think this is also working to create this village environment. So yeah, well, here is the exit. A very nice exit. I love these trees. All right. So here is actually my first attempt, like 3 months ago, to get a hotel. I'm not sure if I used the correct tools in here, because I added just the rooms, the standard and luxury, and then I got all connected. And I think that's it. And if not, I'll just find out later on. But anyway, this building is actually like a hotel, Downtown Inn. Yes, the name is not that original, I'm sorry. My imagination for hotels are not in good shape right now, so I just went for it. And I think that also it's working. Once more here, we have a little garden just outside these windows, and that's it. So the next attraction, building slash roller coaster is actually like to me a little world, you know, a world full of joy and sweetness, because, well, what else could it be? You have here candies, you have donuts, you have ice cream, marshmallows, you have a lot of festive things, items in here. And actually this track to me reminds me like this gum tape, you know, even the color was selected based on that candy. And this station is built in these chocolate mint colors. On top of it, the supports of this station are made with these chocolate bars, white chocolate bars, and the roof is actually made with M&Ms. This is not hard to do, but it's not that easy either. So all you need to understand here is how to manage your items to create some patterns and then copy paste, and that's it. That's it. I'm not the kind of guy that makes tutorials. But if you would like to, if you would like to have like a short explanation, visual explanation of this, just let me know and I can work on that. All right. So the exit over here, of course, the first part is the entrance, as you can see. The entrance, all the people needs to be very happy, and if they're not, well, they get happy here with all these candies. What else can you get besides diabetes, maybe? This is actually the entrance, all right? And then in the exit, we have here this balloons arc, which reminds me like more gum and, you know, this blueberry gum, maybe, the flavor, and more marshmallows. And talking about marshmallows, there is one thing that I would like to share with you. All this roller coaster got disabled these its own supports, and I created the supports. In this case, you will find two types. These V supports, as I call them, made with marshmallows, and the ones that are made with cookies in here. But even though that I used cookies, I decided to place on top of it a little marshmallow. Why? Because once more, I wanted to add more detail in the support, because the cookie will not be enough to hold the track. So you will need to have like a marshmallow, even though it's made of iron, and this will be holding the track, you know. And you can find this in every cookie that I used. These pink cookies. I'm not sure what's the name in English for it, but the translation from my Spanish will be like soft cream cookies or something like that. And yeah, I just went for it, and I think that it's working. Yes, this building, as I said, was built using the colors in a way that can express this chocolate mint. And on the back of it, we have these facilities for staff members that wants to have a little relaxing time. The things that they're walking around over here, and you might be wondering, why are they walking on this square floor? Well, the thing is that over here, I placed the metal roof on top of the actual path. So yeah, there you go. This is how you can create that illusion of the staff or any guest walking on top of any surface that you want, right? So there you go. And also, I wanted to add that many of you may notice that this roller coaster, I shared this on Facebook a long time ago. The name is Claire, and the name is actually made with M&Ms. The supports, all the supports in this section were made with these cookies. And as I said before, over here on the top, I use these festive candies as well. So this is my Claire's roller coaster, and yeah, let's just ride it. Let's just wait for the train to get to this station, which I think it is right now. Well, in the meantime, you can see this the test ratings results. It's very acceptable, so that's why people want to ride this. And as always, you know that I like, when I ride these roller coasters, I go for the orbit camera, the flying orbit camera, to appreciate more details while, you know, the journey's on. So there we go. People are ready, and this Claire's journey is just about to begin. I hope that you can appreciate these bubbles over here. So that's it. This was the Claire's experience in this little sweet world. And also the benches that I used here are, well, you know, in combination of this environment. some lifesavers, and that was it of this great and gorgeous roller coaster. All right. So moving on, we have here these umbrellas. Here's a bittersweet emotion to me. I really like the result of having the entrance and the exits and all these trees, around my ride. But I'm not sure if this Sky's track over here is acceptable. I don't want to have this elevated, getting on risk the view of the roller coaster. But in the meantime, while I think about it, I think that I'll make an update in about 1 or 2 months, maybe, when I have a little time to do this. So moving on, this next building was actually intended to be like an old factory or abandoned factory, and now it has two purposes or two uses. The first one is the station for this runaway train, and the other is part of the supports of the station of the other end of the transport ride in the skies. As you can see here, there are no roof or supports because I ran out of capacity. I hit the 100% Oswald, the thing that we all love. But as soon as I have more space in the next gen console, I'll finish this. So over here we have the exit of the skies, or that transport ride, and also the exit of this roller coaster, which we already saw that just leave the station. There is some information that I would like to share, some details. First of all, the track, as soon as the train just leaves the station, there is no lift hill. It's just gravity. And the first hill, well, the only hill that we have, is actually at the end of the track. All right. So that's the first important detail that I wanted to share with you. Also, we have here some old ruins that I used. Sorry about that. My controller is acting funny. But anyway, so this structure, or old ruins as I call, are part of a complete set. The set is this, the supports over here, the supports over here on the queue line, part of this structure, and part of the bridge of the first hill. All right. So also this bridge was made, yes, with a lot of patience, because this was not easy for me to complete, but I'm very happy with the results. And over here we have some structure made. I think that I used this with the Studios pack. Yes, the Studios pack. And over here, what I want to show you guys is that even though you have, or you can see here, this what is it called? Haunted house chimney base. Well, this is a stone pillar to me. Doesn't matter the name. This is just a pillar. I added here a piece of wood, and also I added a support, because in this section I disabled the supports from the lift, the first track of the lift, until this track just gets connected to the station. Why? Because I wanted to use these structures, these stone pillars, and these little guys appear in every section in this area. But since the original supports are disabled, I needed to add like more detail or realistic a more realistic details. So let me just show you. Can you see this? And not just one, I had to use in this case 2 and 3 plus the support. Why? Because of course in my imagination it was like, okay, there are no supports, how will be the track be holding on, you know? So I had to create this, even though in this case it's the track was very near this support. I needed to add credibility. So instead of getting this stone pillar more sunk into the lake, I just got this support like that. And this is happening also in here. As you can see here, there are some wooden pieces holding the supports that actually holds the track. Oh, come on. Well, you can see this, right? And even though that is not visible a simple sight until I told you about it, the supports are actually in here too. You see, we have here a set of walls, but also we have this support that holds the track. And the reason is the same. I want to add always more and more and more details, so the results will always be more believable, more realistic, at least to me. This how do you call this? Not a strategy. This technique is used in all my parks. So if you already downloaded the Gamerland, and once I upload the Rock of Ages complete park, not the mini park, the complete park version, you'll get to see these details. Even though in the mini park contest, I have these details, but unfortunately, though, those were not considered for the contest. But anyway, so yeah, this is a great tip that I'm giving you. The more details you add, the results are always great. So go for it. Do not hesitate and just try it. All right. So now that we have the train here, I think it's time for us to ride and experience this runaway train. Of course, that lake is also fake. I made that using the waterfall effects. And now the train is getting back to the station. So, alright. That was that little train experience, and then we need to move forward to get the rest of the park. Actually, this is a great view that I just enjoy a lot when I visit this park. I really wish that this park exists in real life. But anyway, then we have this structure with more gardens and more details. This is the station for this roller coaster that I think many of you have also seen in many videos that I uploaded in the Facebook pages. The entrance is all over here. I decided to, mix the old stone walls with wooden pieces. Something that you will find in many locations of old houses here in Mexico. Whoops, sorry. I don't know what's happening with the controllers. Anyway, I think that it got fixed. So all of this is part of the queue line or the main entrance. The flowers climbing the walls, all the details added to the station. I'm sorry. All right, this is part of the wall that supports the lift hill. Let me show you something. The first part of this roller coaster, the track of the roller coaster, goes to try to liberate a little energy here. But then it reaches the lift hill. But in this area, you'll find more details. You'll find this like emergency exit. With all this little area. And the emergency exit will be heading to this old building right here. So this building is actually part of the set of this station and the old ruins over here and the supports over here. So it's all connected. All right. And of course, on top of it, we have here another ride. But we'll get there later on. So we have here the roller coaster, the train of this roller coaster that actually arrived, and we'll take advantage of it to experience the journey. Once more, it has no name, so just help me please to have a name on this. All right. So here we go. It might look like the trees are on the way, but believe me, they're not. It's just like an optical illusion. Alright. So we have now here another roller coaster on the way. But after that, we have free experience on the track. So that was it, this roller coaster experience. Huh. I hope you enjoyed and liked it. So moving on, I have here another small building for restrooms or bathrooms. Plus, you get here some facilities to staff members, to get some rest. I don't know why, but I just like this. I remember that I went to a wedding a long time ago, and they have these bathrooms, like on top of a hill, with all these kind of stone walls. So it was very nice. Of course, it was in the country, and I really enjoyed that time. Anyway, so over here we have this classic flat ride. And moving on, we have another roller coaster, which actually is just a blueprint found on the game, on the default standard version. What I just created here was the actual walls for the station and these pillars. Yeah, I know. It was not that smart, but it was a great design, I think. Originally, the roof was made all with wooden pieces, but I realized that this took me like 15% of the capacity, so I just deleted because I can't afford right now to lose capacity just because of the roof, Maybe when I have the next gen console, I'll change the roof to match my original idea. So anyway, in the meantime, let's just wait for this to be launched. There we go. So yeah, that was it. And from this side of the park, that is the last attraction or ride. So we need to go back to the entrance and take the other direction, which is the right side. As many of you maybe noticed, the right side is for the food section. Yes, we have some shops on the other side of the park, but actually this is all for food and snacks and beverages and souvenirs and everything. And of course here there is this great view of the lake. Let me just switch to Blipcam so we can appreciate this better. Da-da-da. Okay. Blip. Cam. There you go. So if a guest is just walking around over here and they just turn to this side, they can appreciate the lake and have this view. The mountains, the main street, the Claire's roller coaster, of course, And over here we have, let's just keep this Blipcam. Over here we have the Mars section. This is themed, of course, like a sci-fi place. Pretty cool, huh? And of course here the only thing that I added was these walls, these cable walls as well, and over here in the entrance, I placed this section. Yeah, it's all a little crappy, but I just added a little detail, you know, to not to let it just that simple and plain. But anyway, so we have this flat ride, and we have another 3 that are part of this set. The first is this Mars indoor attraction. We have a Doom, and we have another which I call the Claw, or the Giant Claw. I'm not sure how it's going to be the name finally. But anyway, yes, this Doom was taken from my Gamerland park, but the thing is that I have some improvements in here, and I must confess that the first and original improvements that I made to this Doom roller coaster were made in this park. And then after I realized that I was doing improvements in the wrong park, and it was like, oh my god, I'm that stupid. So I needed to save the blueprint and then save the environment that I created and try to recreate on the other park and the Gamerland. But I said no. Alright, so I just decided to use this in here, and then in the Gamerland park I went for, yes, similar improvements, but the best ones are in here. And why not, right? So let me just show you what's the Giant Claw, which is all over here. And this is actually part of, as I was saying before, a set of 3 attractions that combine and together create this illusion of being in the outside of the Mars planet. So the first will be this Claw. The second is this indoor, well, in this case it's outdoor, indoor/outdoor, why not, experience, and this main entrance or queue line for the Doom roller coaster. And another interesting fact is that I wanted to use in here a shooting ride, but the thing is that I'm not an expert on those rides. I just I'm unfamiliar with it, so it was very hard to understand how to how to build this. So I just went for the easiest one, which is this spooky ride or something. I don't know what is the name. And another interesting fact in here is that let me just go. Okay, I'll show you the other interesting fact, because it's part of the Doom roller coaster. So we need to just go back. Let me just see if I can, yes, and check on this indoor ride. All right, so no, this is the exit. Let me just go back. The Mars, I think that you would like to meet the Mars, right? Because you already know the Doom. This is the entrance for Doom. So let's just go over here. Oh my god, I think that there is a glitch because I can't go inside walking in Blipkin mode. Maybe because I have too many paths combining together in here. So I need to pick one guest from this area. Hey, don't go anywhere. Come on. Yes. Alright, so Blipkin. And then just set the time in the night, because we want to have all the details of this Doom / Mars / movie / video game, all, showing the best details. So as you can see here, we're going deep to this Mars planet until we get into these facilities of the UAC Corporation. if you haven't played Doom because you're not an Xbox guy or girl, maybe you have seen the movie, and if you don't, just go and see it, please, so you can understand all this. All right. So this is part of the queue line. That is, it's just right next to the entrance of the last part of the track. Can you see it? All right. So let's just go over here and write it. This is the station. Let me just change. I think this is all right. I hope you can identify the details, the references to the game or the movie. If you don't know what's Doom about, they're on another planet, which is Mars, and basically there's a lot of zombies there, so because there's a virus, and you know, pretty much like 2021. And then the outside. There's this roller coaster. And then this lava environment. Once more, a lot of details are pending here because the track is quite large. But the basic results, I think that are good. And if they don't, just let me know. Please let me know your comments. If this is something that you like or not, just let me know, please. So let me just go. Is very small, and I think that our time is very valuable. All over this section there are no like remarkable details, so that's why I'm just getting to the last part of this track, and you will see here actually the entrance where we were about 3 minutes ago. You know, the queue line where all these people is. And the last part is right here before it hits the station. And that was it. So, taking advantage of the night mode, I want to show you how the village is light up or lit. Starting with these ATM machines, the setting area, we know with this lovely lighting. And then some other details of the buildings, these old buildings. Actually, inside of this, I have a perfect set of lights to avoid this to be very dark. But anyway, the carousel, it's so lit. This is how this downtown inn hotel look in the night. Of course, this candy world is sweetness of Claire. The name is also light up because it has to be appreciated. Deserves to be appreciated, right? Alright, so we have all these umbrellas. The old factory. The indoor look like this, which I really enjoy. It's very warm, you know. The exit of the skies, which is also very, very warm. And the structure of this unnamed roller coaster. Many of you may understand this, the set of lights between the pink and the blue and the white. It reminds me, or maybe it will be the same to you guys, classic Mexican, you know, like lighting sets for all towns, classic towns that we have here. Very warm, very colorful. And also the other building over here. My mom says that it looked like very Coco, the movie. You know, when they're in the land of the dead. But anyway, and last but not least, this structure over here. See, the pattern is the same. I have stone walls and I have wood structure, you know, to replace some walls. This is very common and very classic in all country houses here in Mexico. So that's a nice touch. And of course, the food section over here. This is how we look in the night. Pretty much all the shops are the same. And all over here, the Mars section. This is how we look in the night. This indoor ride. And the Doom roller coaster. Once more, this is the entrance. This is not that large in comparison to the other Doom roller coaster and the Gamerland Park. But in here you can appreciate more details. Which details? Let me just show you. But first we need to switch to this daylight. Well, the first detail that will be better in this version is the lab. It has more details. It has more room, of course. And we have here this oxygen room, as I call it. And why? Because, well, this, if you are in a Mars environment, you need oxygen, right? So you need to create the environment first of oxygen, then retrieve the oxygen and get it processed in this facility. So you can use this in the UAC facilities or UAC stations. Anyway, yeah, I'm that crazy. I'm that fan of the Doom. Once more here, the gas that is very toxic. And then the station. This roller coaster, yes, is very different from the original one because it has an extra part of the track, which actually this part. And I forgot to mention how it looks in the night. Alright. But the basic function is the same. Actually, these strobe lights over here work the same. Okay, here comes the train, so I'll show you in a minute. Do you guys remember the strobe lights? Well, they're here. So yes. We'll get to see, we'll get to ride this in just about 20 seconds. Okay, so here we are. Actually, most of the improvements that I made to this Doom roller coaster, talking about the turns and the barrels, I took advice from Zombie Blood guy, you know, the Brad Davis guy, and he made some tutorials and I watched some of them. So yeah, very helpful. So thank you, Brad. I hope you are watching this video. Like this one. So that was it. That was the Doom roller coaster. Improved in the wrong park. But you get the idea, right? And as long as both are my creations, well, I think that I can use them any way I want it. So yeah, this is actually the last ride of this park. It is now at 100% capacity. And well, I hope you really enjoy watching this video. Another video is coming for another park. Stay tuned, please. And yeah, seriously, guys, just let me know your comments, because honestly, I don't know if I will need to keep doing this or I'll stop it, because I really enjoy creating and doing the video. But if you don't like this, well, there's no purpose of continuing doing this, right? So let me know, please, what you think about it.